let's get started, friends. You'd think by now I'd know exactly where to put that bar, but it just is always in my way.
I don't do any better.
Here we go. So it's the end of the unit. We have 3 units in each module. This is the end of the second one. We knew that we were wrapping it up. Next week, we will start unit 3, and that will start us preparing for our public service announcements, our uses for all of this good knowledge, so that why you've become an expert. So that's all coming next week. Learning targets. We have 3 of them today. And the first one is I can revise my opinion essay for linking words and phrases and for correct use of regular and irregular plural nouns. So you're going to have an opportunity today to use some of your, all the things that we've been doing for the whole year, right? Talking about linking words and phrases and how that connects our ideas and helps our reader understand that ideas have some sort of, connection. So today, toward the we're going to actually do the last learning target first, but then then you're going to have plenty of time to do that. Now remember, revise means what does re mean? First of all, what is the first part that re? Abby, what does re mean?
Re means like redo it.
So it means again, right? We're doing it again. So some of you really struggle with revising because you got your ideas down and you're like, that's what I want to say. And it's really a struggle sometimes for 3rd graders to look at it and say, I'm going to improve this. I'm going to change it a little. I'm going to do it again and improve. Make sure I have everything.
Can you call on Haley?
Yes, Miss Haley. Miss Haley, are you ready? Because I'm saying some whole body listening. Got lots of important stuff. Make sure you're facing there you go. All right. So you definitely need to revise today. Mrs. Aubin and I are not interested in you saying, I'm already done. Because that's not what the job is today. Today is to revise, to look at it and figure out how you can improve it. All right. And you're going to have a checklist to help you figure that out, what you need to work on. And you're definitely going to make sure you're going to add linking words, because linking words is a super important part of our checklist that Mrs. Aubin and I will be looking at when we're grading your papers. So make sure you have those linking words in there. Make sure that all of your plural nouns are spelled correctly, because that's another one of our things we're looking for. Now, revising is different than editing. Editing is looking then for the spelling, the capitals, the periods. Did you say the things correctly with the grammar? That's something different. Revising means I'm changing the structure, the organization, I'm improving the sentence quality. Editing is, can my reader read it easily? They can't read it easily if it's all one roll. Some of you shared shared them with me, and I do appreciate that. And we're going to make sure before you leave today that you share it with either Mrs. Aubin or I, depending on whose class you're in, and my friends remote are going to make sure that they're going to share it with me. But when you, those of you who already shared with me, I could not comment on them. I could not improve. I could not give you little pointers because we're going to grade this one, and that wouldn't really be fair. But what I did notice is several of you had run-on sentences, more than one idea that just kept going and going and going. Remember that if you read it out loud to yourself, just quietly, anytime you stop naturally to breathe is probably the end of a sentence. And there were a couple of you who had an entire paragraph they had one capital at the beginning and one period at the end. But we know that most of our paragraphs need to be 4 to 5 sentences, right? So if you only have one big sentence and one period and a whole paragraph, that's probably you have more than one sentence there, okay? So you're going to go back and look for spelling, capitalization, all those things you're going to edit. Before we do that, we are going to take a little bit of a quiz on your regular and irregular nouns and how to make them plural. Okay, so I'm going to just show you some things here because once I give out the test, when you finish the test, you're going to go naturally right into your revising and editing of your paragraph. So I'm just going to go over a couple of things real quick. One of the things that they do ask you, actually, I'm going to skip this plural noun thing and do it just right before. Included in my Google slideshow here, you're going to notice that if you are like, I can't remember what's supposed to go in my introduction. There is a slide on today's assignment. So you all have your computers, and my friends at home have their, can access this as well on today's assignment. Here, this slide tells you what needs to be in your introduction. If you were rushed out of your introduction and you remember Mrs. Harrison just kept going and I don't remember what I was supposed to have in there and I just felt rushed. When you're revising, go back to here and see, what does it say? It's the fourth slide in. The fifth slide tells you what's supposed to be in the yellow paragraph, that second paragraph, proof paragraph 1. The next slide tells you what's supposed to be in proof paragraph 2, which is actually the third paragraph. That's the blue ones, right? The blue paragraph. And then the conclusion. Some of you were so busy with trying to get a really great paragraph 1 or proof paragraph 2 that you didn't get to your conclusion. Here's what your conclusion needs, all right? Those 2 basic sentences, restating the focus statement and ending with a question. If you don't know what your focus statement is, do you think your reader's gonna know? So you might want to go back to that introduction and make sure that that's clear. If you don't know what your focus statement is, they probably won't either. And remember, the focus statement here, I even gave you a sentence stem if you want it. Okay? The sentence stem was, we must blank, so blank. All right? So it has to do with obviously solving our water crisis, right? So we must help conserve water. So, and then, people in the future will have plenty to use. Or we must stop pollution so that the people and animals on Earth will have clean water. And so on. All right. Make sure that you have your focus statement there. All right. In your workbook, we're not going to turn to it right now yet, but in your workbook, you have this checklist. This checklist is going to help you. Actually, don't worry about finding it yet, but it's on page, because I have another slide that shows it. But on page 76, these are the things that Mrs. Harrison and Mrs. Aubin are looking for. So it says, the first one says, my writing shows a clear understanding of the topic. Evidence from the text helps the reader clearly understand my focus. So is it clear what you're talking about? Whether it's pollution or demand or access, is it clear? And then you're going to check mark which one you think. Do you think you're a beginning person or do you think you're advanced at that? I state my focus clearly and my writing stays focused. So if you started talking about access and then somewhere later in your essay you talk about pollution, might that be confusing for your reader? Yes, so you want to stick to your topic as best as possible. I have an introduction that gives the reader information needed to understand the topic or issue. I have a conclusion that restates the focus of the piece. I use linking words to connect my ideas. I give evidence and reasons to support or explain my ideas. And the words and sentences I use are appropriate for this purpose and audience. So those are the ideas that you're going to be checking during today. Those are the ones you're focusing on. Now, the first one does say, my writing shows a clear understanding of the topic. You're the experts, right? If you're the experts, should you be using words that are expert words? Probably. In the classroom, where do we have posted some expert words for the topic, do you think? I know this doesn't quite work for all my friends at home, but you have your One Well book that you could definitely use to help you. But most of my friends here are pointing to our topical vocabulary. If you don't have any of those topical vocabulary words in your essay, could you go back and revise and add some? Could you see if you could add some of those words and to show that you're the expert? That vocabulary is up there for a reason, friends. It's not just because Mrs. Harrison likes to staple things to the wall. It's not. So all those words are there for you. Include them in your work. And my friends at home, you have that wonderful One Well book that has all those great words: detergent, pesticides, all those things that you might say, people get stuff in water. Well, stuff isn't a very expert word, is it? But the word pesticides or detergents, those are much more specific expert words. And you can find those in your One Well book, as well as on the our topical vocabulary over there. All right, linking words. I also have all the linking words here for you on this particular slide. So if you're like, uh-oh, I'm checking my checklist and it says I have linking words to connect my ideas. I can't remember what the linking words are. Here's the slide with a bunch of them for you that you can add, okay? So nobody has excuses. I don't know what linking words are. They're right there. All right, I'm almost done talking, I promise. Effective learners. Is today a perseverance kind of day? Yes, because like I said, it's hard for third graders to go back to their writing and make it the best they can possibly do and use their time wisely. We all feel like we did a great job the first time. I remember my kids at home. This is a struggle even for teenagers and kids and adults to go back and see, what can I do to make it better? You need some perseverance. You're going to keep working on it as much as you can until the time is up, and you're going to use your time wisely. All right. Here, as I told you that you would at the end, have on page 76. This is in your workbook. There's actually 3 pages to it. The checklist is on page 76, but it actually starts on page 75. And it basically just asks you, how am I doing? Here's your checklist. And then it has some questions. What have you improved on? We're almost to the end of the year, aren't we? Should you be a much different writer than the beginning of the year? Yes, right? You should have learned a lot of skills. This is a time to think about, what do I do better? How have I grown as a writer? What do I also still need to work on? What's still tough for me? And it's good to think about that. And if you have some writing goals, so at least mine have them on their desk or in their desk. Think about what your writing goals are. What is it that you're working on? Or if you're working on your introduction, then today you should spend extra time on your introduction. If it's about spelling and using the text, open up that text and use it for spelling. Just think about what are your goals? What do you want to work on? And really hit that today. All right. I promised I would get through all that because I'm going to give you mostly work time now that I've gone through all of that. Just a quick reminder about plural nouns. Regular ones versus irregular ones, right? Regular nouns are person, place, or thing. A singular noun is one person, place, or thing. A plural noun is what, Mr. Sawyer? What's a plural noun? It's right there. Plural noun. If a singular noun is one person, place, or thing, more than one person, place, or thing, right? So instead of student, the plural is students with that S. Now, regular ones have just an S or an ES. Is everyone listening? Because you're going to do this in a minute. It counts as regular if it follows the regular rule. There's 3 regular rules. Add an S, add an ES, or drop the Y and add IES. Change the Y to I and add ES, right? Those are the regular rules. Today, you're also going to be asked to find some irregular plural nouns. Those are the ones that don't follow those 3 rules, all right? Some of those were the ones like goose and geese. Some of those was like knife and knives when it changed the F to the V, okay? Or woman and women. Those are the irregular plural nouns. Or the ones that don't even change at all. Remember deer and deer? fish and fish, those kind of words, right? They're same singular, oral, or plural. All right. So my friends, I'm going to show you my Mrs. Aubin is passing out those the written ones. I'm going to show everybody on where is my here it is. All right, all my friends at home, you're going to watch me find today's assignment. And everybody else should watch me find today's assignment too, so you can find those. Great. So it's under April 26th, 29th. Here's Monday, April 26th, EL. When you open it, you're going to find two things. You're going to find my slideshow, which has all those great things on it, right? Linking words. It has all the things you need for all those paragraphs. And it also has the test. So for Ben and Leo and Haley and Mr. Let's see, who else? Jensen, who else has arrived? Mr. Ethan, Gavin. All right. You guys are going to click on the Google form. The Google form is going to open up and it's going to ask you your name, first question. And then it's going to ask you some questions. What is the correct spelling of the plural word for, and then I give you a bunch of choices or a bunch of words. You need to write what the plural word is and spell it correctly. To give you the actual credit for the problem, you have to spell it correctly. Then, are you all still listening? This one here says, list all of the regular plural nouns in this sentence. So read the sentence and then type, then you guys are going to write, they're going to type all of the regular plural nouns. Then the next one says, now the same sentence, list all of the irregular nouns that are in that sentence that are plural. Then if you keep going, there are two more questions. It says, find the plural nouns used incorrectly in the sentence and write the sentence correctly. The last one needs your essay. So on the very last one, especially if you're in, if you're remote, you're going to need to open your essay on a different tab and have to back and forth. If you are in class, you're going to have to open your essay and just write it. You're going to reread your essay and you're going to write at least 5 plural nouns that you found in your essay. You're going to write an R next to it if it's regular. You're going to write an I next to it if it's irregular. Would it be nice if you had a few of each? Yes, but if you don't have a few of each in your essay, then just write what you need to write. You're going to get 2 points for each word. The word that's plural and whether you picked regular or irregular and if it's correct. Okay. So how many is that one worth? How many points is that question worth then? You need 5 nouns and each one of them is worth 2. Mr. Paxton, how many points? 10 points on that last one is worth 10 points. All right. Okay. And Miss Evie, you have a question. Nope, flip it over. It's on the other side. That's your last question. There you go. The front side's the one that says, the first question says, what's your name? The last question says, reread your essay, list at least 5 plural nouns found in your essay. Put an R next to the word if it's regular, or put an I if it's irregular. So my friends at home, my remote friends, Gavin and Haley and Leo and Ben and Jensen and Ethan, make sure you type an R next to your, if it's a regular word, type R next to it. All right. Or an I. All right. Does that make sense, Gavin? Yeah. Okay. Mr. Jensen, does that make sense to you? Okay. No response. Mr. Ben, does that make sense to you? You're going to type in your noun. Yep. Okay. And then just write an R if it's regular or type I if it's irregular. Make sense? Okay. All right. Let's all get started. And my friends at home, you're going to stay on when it's time to work on your essay. Just continue on. You can submit when you're finished with your work there. Go ahead and submit it and then continue on with your essay. And right at the very end, we're going to make sure that everybody shared it and that we have everybody's essay. All right. Everybody work. You may begin. Put your name. I put your name on that first one. Oh, Ben, tell me what's wrong. Ben. Oh, no. Hmm. Ben, let me know what I can do, bud. If you don't want to say it out loud, you can chat with us too. Don't be frustrated. It's okay.
Listen to all of the regular plural nouns. The regular plural nouns. The regular plural nouns. More than one. People, places, and things. You read the sentence and you list all of the regular plural nouns that you can find. Oh. Doesn't have to bad now, does it? Oh. You got this. You got this. Yes. Nope, you're just supposed to write the irregular plural nouns. Either the regular one, either the irregular. regular plural noun. In the sentence, some clean forest problems, insects, spiders, worms, and bacteria live their entire lives in tiny pools of water. So the plural, follow the rules. If it's the same sentence as noun, it doesn't follow the rules. I'm doing all of the plural nouns.
My friends here. Anybody have a question that I can help with? I'm happy to help anybody who has a question. Anybody. Just let me know. Just let me know. If you need anything, let me know. I'm just checking in. If there are any questions, because there's some questions here. So there might be some questions online. If you get to a question you're not sure about, let me know. Because I can make it make more sense for you. Okay, I'll walk away, but if anybody has any questions, let me know. I'm happy to help.
Mrs. Harrison.
So just don't forget to label it, Logan. Yes, Mr. Jensen. I'm back, bud.
On the wait, here, let me read the question again. I don't get this one. List all the irregular plural nouns in this sentence.
So it's the question, the very first with the some cross. This one, Jensen, that says some rainforest frog. Is that the one you mean, Jensen?
I've read that one.
Okay. So this one has regular, this one has irregular. It's the same sentence, but there's some irregular ones. And then here you have, you rewrite the sentence correctly because there's 2 words that are incorrectly pluralized. And then your essay one is going to be, look in your essay and find some plural nouns. And if it's a regular one, you're going to put an R next to it. And if it's an irregular one, you're going to put an I next to it. Make it any clearer, Mr. Jensen?
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thanks for asking a good question. Ben, is it going better now? Oh, he's in deep thought. I'm not going to.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I'm glad. All right. There are 2 plural words that don't follow our normal rules. The normal rules, think about what the 3 normal rules are, right? This is the word that is the 3 rules. There's some ones that are also that are irregular. So you don't remember that there's 3 rules. Add F, add yeah, so then maybe you might have written
regular following the three rules. Some words don't follow the three rules, right? So they're irregular. So you're gonna, oh, you have to listen over them. Those are the three. This word, this word, there. Well, this isn't actually a noun. It's an action, isn't it? Well, why don't you go on and come back to it? Trap, is that a noun? A person, place, thing, or idea? No, that's a verb. Why don't you skip it and come back? Maybe you'll think of it. You're very lucky. Yeah. Oh. How's it going? You okay? For your last one? Okay. Yes, I would say if you want to do that and you want to do it, It has to be now. Plural now. No, you have plural nouns, but you don't have it done yet. No, you don't have to. How's it going? Well, good strategy. Good strategy. If you get stuck on a problem, go on and come back to it, just like you would for the VMAT test, right? Oh, here you go. This one, oh, this is picture. This one is that one. You look at the phone again. All right. So, this one says five. So there's two things that we have. Things that we correct. If you get this other incorrect, then rewrite the sentence using the correct way to write it. So find them circle maybe and then rewrite that sentence after. So you can also have me doing. Okay. Well. Well.
I'm gonna tell her. Miss Harrison?
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm done with my test.
Okay, so now you can work on your essay. Make sure it's all finished and revise and edit. She's giving you that gift of time. Hey, Gavin, can you hear me, bud? Can you unmute for a minute? Hey, just wanted to let you know
that I don't have any of your science activities that were asynchronous last week. They're Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm leaving them up on Google Classroom so you can get them done. Okay, so make sure you get those done. And Leo, I didn't get Fridays from you. And Haley, you are missing a couple as well. Ben, I think I have all of yours. Good job. So they're up there. I'm not deleting the assignments so you can get a chance to get a grade. Gavin, can you tell me that you heard me on that? Okay, can you find some time today? They're not hard. You get to watch videos, you get to read a book. It's all weather related, and there's just some questions to answer. Okay? Okay. If you can't find them, let me know and I'll show you, okay, buddy? Or anybody. Haley, same for you. And Leo, same for you. Don't follow form, the ones that don't follow. So those kind of sections on the you're gonna put your ARR. Some of your words here are plural. You're gonna write it down. Or irregular. So that word right there, right? Write that down. Or irregular. I don't know the whole board, like on board.
Mrs. Alvin?
Yes? Yes, Jensen?
I submitted it.
Okay.
But if you find the second like the incorrect, like how they incorrectly used it. I just couldn't find the second one.
Number.
Scroll all the way down. It's the second to last one.
List all the irregular plural nouns in the sentence, the ones that are plural but don't.
Yeah, I didn't get that one because I couldn't find the other one.
Okay, did you reread your essay and list your 5 plural nouns?
Yeah.
Okay, you can work on your essay.
Wait, what?
Now you can work on your essay and make sure it gets shared with Mrs. Harrison or myself. Or both.
Okay.
Essay.
You just finished it, Ben? Nice.
Yes.
And did you share it with Mrs. Harrison or myself? Yeah. Awesome.
I shared it with both of you.
Thank you.
Wait, Mrs. Alvin?
Yes.
Are we supposed to be adding another paragraph? Like after the fourth?
Well, you should still, once your conclusion is written, then you're done. You should have 4 paragraphs, your intro, your 2.
Yeah, I finished my 4th paragraph yesterday. I mean,
Okay, so Mrs. Harrison is giving you some time to go back and revise and edit.
I'm gonna.
Oh,
I
and
already revised and edited,
okay, so
and now I'm gonna share it with you guys.
okay, and Ben and Jensen, she wants you to look at page 76 in your workbook. There's a checklist to go through, look through it, and make sure you have all those things in your essay. Okay? And that's for everybody, actually, when you're done.
Okay, once you're finished with your essay, you need to make that checklist.
Mrs. Alban.
Follow the rules. Well, why don't you keep going and then use that one last. Well, then maybe don't use that one for now, and then come back to it. That's what I would do. I wasn't sure, I tried to see one I was more sure about. Does that make sense? Okay.
If you're struggling on the ones with your essay, if you're not sure, then find a different noun that you are sure about that's plural and use that one instead.
Mrs. Alban.
Yeah. You're very confident about.
What page is it again?
I would use that one 'cause
76.
you're not confident about.
I'll
Okay.
put it in the chat. I just got to go to my other computer. All right.
You're gonna find 5 plural nouns that you use in your essay. You're gonna write them down, and use an R regular and I as a period. Oh, that's right. Okay, and then write that one down. You got it. Oh, except for you have to put an R, so you're only writing plural nouns. I don't know if you think that's a plural noun. That's what you think it is. Although you don't want to write that one down. So this one here. Is it regular or irregular? Does it follow the rules? Follow the rules? Then you're going to on. Okay. There you go. Do the same for that. Okay.
Just because something has an S on the end does not necessarily make it plural, my friend. So someone ends in S, right? Just regular other things like the word is ends in an S, but is it a plural noun? No. So just make sure that if the word just ends in S.
I'm all done with my test.
Can you say that again?
I'm all done with my test.
Okay. So now you get time to finish your essay and make sure it's shared with Mrs. Harrison and or I. And then you're looking at the checklist on page 76 in your workbook to make sure you've got all those indicators in your essay. And hey,
Okay.
did you hear me when I said you're missing some science assignments?
Yeah.
Do you know which ones or do you want me to tell you?
I want you to tell me.
Okay, let me get my list. Okay, so Gavin, I'm missing all 3 Monday, Wednesday, Friday for you. Haley, I'm missing climate zones on Wednesday and extreme weather on Friday. They're the asynchronous activities from last week for the 8:30 assignment in the morning.
Okay.
And Leo, I'm just missing Fridays from you. And Jensen, I got all of yours. And Ben, I've got all of yours. And the rest of you look good. But I'd appreciate it if you can find some time to
This is
Was that a question?
Don't that.
Gavin, did you have a
Mrs.
question?
Alban. I finished the page.
Okay.
Me too.
Good job, Ben. Okay. Let me ask Mrs. Harrison what's next. Gavin, did you have a question?
I finished the test.
Did you do the checklist and finish your essay and revise and edit on page 76 of your workbook?
I didn't put on the checklist.
Okay, that's your next step. Let me check Ben and Jensen with Mrs. Harrison what she wants you to do next. Ben and Jensen, are you there?
Mrs. Auburn.
Yes. Who is that?
Leo,
Hi, Leo. Yes.
I'm done with my test.
Okay, so now you're going to work on your essay. Make sure it has linking words and use that checklist on page 76. Ben and Jensen, I'm going to put you in a breakout room. I'm going to give you the screen share option, and I want you to take turns sharing yours with each other now that it's completed. Okay.
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 I'm going to have you join in just a sec. Another sunburn. I am. If you are finished with your test, if you raise your hand, I'll select it. Wow. Bacteria. So it says list all of the irregular plural nouns. Those are nouns that are people, places, things that are more than one, but don't follow the rules. Okay? In the text, some stand for five. Things that say
And I'll see if I have some more. We could have there. There. There's more. Having one of those days. That is sometimes that's okay. You have to finish this. Okay, why don't you and Noah share your so I'm sometimes put squirrel now. Think about what the person goes to say. There's more than one. You're going to use that photo. One of my first sentence. Well, does it sound like it? Exactly like this. You're one or more. And their entire life. All right, then. My friends, please, 5 of them. 5 squirrel nouns for your essay. This, you're supposed to write the entire sentence. Rewrite the sentence. Regular squirrel nouns or irregular? Okay. Based on the Google Slide. So you can you put it in present mode, you should be okay. No, that's the word. Right now. I sure made my well, that's a big, that's about it. I can do that, and I know it. I guess. What's one of the fun? Could you go ahead and fill that out? Right there, as much as possible, right? And you share it with the topic. You're almost there. Almost done. Look at all of them using their tools. Using the slideshow. Using help.
Miss Robin.
Haley, are you calling?
I got done with the Wednesday 8:30 weather activity.
Nice.
What?
I finished my essay.
Okay, did you do the checklist, Gavin?
Yeah.
So Haley, I heard you say you're done with the Wednesday science activity. I didn't hear anything else. If you had anything else to say, you can write it in chat or try again. Your internet was choppy.
All right. You have some time to work on your,
So Gavin, did you do 76, bud?
here.
I'm gonna go check on Ben real quick. I'll be right back.
You got one there.
Hi, Mrs. Robin.
Hi guys.
Done.
You I was
we're
thinking,
done.
how long should I leave them in there? I was like, that's probably a long time. Okay, good, guys. Are you feeling proud? Do you feel good about it?
Uh-huh.
All right.
We both feel proud.
Want to share with me real quick? Just again?
Okay, we can share again. Okay, then do you want to go first again?
Yeah, we.
Just one minute. All right, here we go. Let's go to the top. By then, bars, access to fresh water. Everyone can have access to fresh water. Not everyone does. In some places, water is dirty or far away. Some people have to carry water a long distance. That is hard because it makes everybody thirsty. Girls spend almost an hour getting water, and sometimes and some people try to use less water and underground water, and use it helps. When girls carry the water, they will sometimes carry dirty water. Some of the fresh water people drink is not there because they had to get it from lakes, rivers, and ponds, and where animals might have diseased water. But all they have is dirty water, and when they carry it, they will sometimes die. Helping people get clean water and not dirty water helps them not get sick. And that's the end.
Do you want to ask? Do you want to tell them things they can do? And then tell them, please help. Remember, you want to plead for help, right? Please help us
Right.
now.
Okay, now I'm gonna share
Real
mine.
quick, Jensen, wait for a second. Ben, could they donate money to help people? So maybe you could add a sentence at the end saying, you can help solve this problem maybe by donating money to Ryan's website, or will you help us stop this? Kind of plead with them. Try to get some kind of action out of your reader. All right, Jensen.
Okay. Take water from pollution by need. Imagine if you needed to bring around 20 gallons of water just to drink and it's not even clean. If you would bring 20 gallons of water home every day, you would not have time for classwork or cooking. We must help so we can stop pollution. The issue is that people spend more time getting unclean water than school. If people needed to bring 20 gallons of water that's not even clean, it's not worth it. They need fresh water. Other people drink more water than them, such as us Americans. We drink on average 50 buckets of water a day. People need more water than us. There's people that have to bring 20 pounds of water home only drink 1.5 buckets daily. Others drink non-fresh drinking water. They may get sick or even worse, die. Luckily, we can solve that problem. We need to help them get fresh and clean water they can drink so they cannot be sick or die. And we need to help others by picking up plastic off the oceans, and also to help others. We can stop pollution so when pollution mixes with air, it makes acid rain or acid snow. It doesn't happen.
Yeah, you guys all need a massage, you're right.
We need to help so much so we can help others to not die or be sick. Everybody needs to help by doing something, like cleaning up plastic. Would you help others? If you would, spend $20 to buy full fresh water for a whole village. Women and men both suffer from pollution, and we need to stop it.
Nice. I love it. Good job. You say, yeah, thanks. Both of you guys did a great job. A little feedback for you too, Jensen. You can do some capitalizing, like in your title and your name and Americans.
Yeah, I know.
Go back and add those capital letters, okay? But boy, you guys have good content. I'm so impressed and proud of both of you. Yay.
My brother actually helped me revise yesterday.
Oh, tell him I said hi. He's getting old, huh? All right. I am going to let you guys leave the breakout room and come back. I'll see you at the main session, okay? We're about to wrap up.
Okay, I'm gonna leave the break.
Okay, guys, so how did we do? Give me a thumbs up if everybody got the test done. Submitted? You did good, Leo. Gavin got it. Ben already told me. Haley, did you do okay getting that test submitted on the plural nouns? I think you're frozen, Miss Haley, or else you're really still. Oh, there it is. Okay. It was like you were a statue for a minute there. You know? All right. And then how did we do getting our essay finished and shared with Miss Anderson? Give me able to do that and use your checklist. Did everybody share? Gavin, I don't see your thumb. Did you not get a chance to share it with Mrs. Harrison? Oh, you did? Okay, good. All right, guys. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, the science activities. I can tell Haley was going to work on those. Is that true? She already submitted some. Make sure, Leo, Gavin, and Haley, that you work on those science assignments too, okay? Okay, Mrs. Harrison's going to say goodbye. We'll see you at 45 on my Zoom link, okay?
Bye, everyone.
Okay, see you guys soon. You did a great job. All right. Bye, guys. I felt guilty, but you seem to be in the zone, so.